Just look at that 240 right there. Oh yeah. What is going on, guys? It's Will back with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we are back with another video working on my 240 drift car here. As you can see from the last videos, I've got it masked off now, all sanded down. We're about to start painting this thing. You can see I've just used the trash bags to wrap around the dash and everything. That's where I got all the wires just from the whole car. I just bunched them up right there in the dash, and that's how I'm gonna do that. And then the windshield, everything's all masked off. We are gonna get to it, start painting this car. If you haven't seen any of my other videos and don't know what I'm gonna be doing with this car, paint the whole thing white. As you can see, this roll cage just got put in here from Top Garage, so I gotta get that painted because it's already starting to rust really quick, like up here in the A-pillars and stuff. Y'all know how steel goes. As soon as you start working with it, it likes to try to rust and everything. So we're gonna get this painted gloss white. I'll go ahead and show you guys also, if you haven't seen some of the update videos on Patrick's Ecoboost Mustang that had a blown head, basically. It's pretty much done. You got the motor in there. I know you can't really see right now because it's up on the lift, but turn some lights on for you guys. Yep, she's in there. Hopefully you guys can see a shot of that nice size turbo right there. But yeah, definitely go check that video out. It'll be a link in the description if you haven't seen that for sure. This thing's gonna be freaking crazy, like 400 wheel or so, and gonna be pretty freaking nuts for sure. Basically, all there's left to do on this thing is go over the last few little small places, kind of give it a once over and make sure there's nothing else that needs to be masked off. You can see I've got like all the wires and connectors, everything just, they're still hanging kind of masked off just to keep paint from getting in there and everything. I got it all sanded. I just need to clean it off, probably wipe this cage down with some acetone. And I waited till right when I was gonna paint the car to wipe everything down because I didn't want to clean it and then, you know, wait a day and then it already start rusting again. So get all this masked off, wipe it down, and then we'll go into painting it. This is the paint gun I'm using to paint the car. It's just nothing special, just a little Harbor Freight, real cheap, but it does actually a pretty good job according to my dad. It's his paint gun. He's gonna let me use it. And then we're gonna use just some classic Rust-Oleum gloss white paint. And I also have some clean metal primer. Hopefully that'll work pretty good on the roll cage. It's also white as well, which I know primer is normally gray, so hopefully white primer with a white paint, that might even work even better. I'm pretty good with where I got this thing right now. Took off the last little few things like the hatch release that held that down. This is tied all the way into the back, and what I think I'm gonna do about this is just, I had it loosened, so I'm gonna kind of paint this side of the car and push it over there, and then when I paint that side, just pull it over here. I'm not really gonna worry too much about this because I believe part of the center console should go over this, so it's not really gonna matter anyways. This is like the last time it's gonna look like this, so it's gonna be really sick. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do to clean this thing, I'm gonna go from the front, use a bottle of Simple Green, and then use just basically a paper towel for most of the car with some Simple Green, and then probably this little magic eraser and some acetone for the roll cage, and hopefully that'll work pretty good. I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you night and day. Alright, I got the whole thing wiped down with Simple Green, except the cage. I only wiped a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna just wipe it with like that magic eraser and some acetone. I feel like that'll work a little bit better. But I didn't really film too much of that because it was a little bit hard to set the camera up and you know, to get the angles I needed to show me cleaning it, so I just kind of went with it. So I've got the air compressor on the back of the golf cart so I can just kind of move it around where I need it. And then I got these pieces of just sheet metal that I'm gonna practice on because I've never actually used this sprayer from Harbor Freight. So I'm just gonna make sure everything's dialed in, the pressure's right, it's coming out right, and then go hit my car. Alright guys, so I've been painting this thing for a little bit, and starting to look really, really sick, dude. And I am freaking stoked. This is just the primer, actually. It just happens to be white, but this is basically exactly what it's gonna look like, except the whole thing is gonna be white. It's a little bit hard to film this just because, you know, I'm trying not to get paint on my camera, and I'm just like busy concentrating on actually like painting the car. So I'm just gonna keep painting a little bit and then give you guys updates, but it's looking really, really sick. You can see especially this door open too. Looking at that cage, it looks really sick. All right guys, so I've been painting on this thing for a little bit now, and this is just primer that happens to be the same color as what I'm painting my car, but it looks freaking insane. Look at that. Holy crap. Looks so sick. Of course, there's a little bit of really crappy overspray in places that I feel like this will scrape off with a razor blade. And I'm wrapping the car, so I don't really care too much about this because most of the paint is going to be, or most of the paint's pretty shitty around the car, and it's going to get replaced with over fenders and stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. All things considered, just for primer alone, I think it looks super sick. And once I get the gloss white paint on here with automotive clear coat on top of that, it's going to look freaking sick. So really, really stoked. And now Patrick's car is basically done, so we're gonna go there and see if it's ready to start up.
I hit my head so hard on that thing that I saw stars earlier today because he had it hyped up where I couldn't see it, and I just walked right into it.
Here we go, first start on Patrick's new Ecoboost swap. Big turbo action.
I wonder what that was.
Question, you did put oil in it. I wasn't around for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I checked it like 3 times. You can check the codes.
Put it on the ground so you can fix your ground wire.
Oh my god! Ah!
Here we go. We're breaking out the headlamp.
Well, I can't see back there. It's dark now.
We know.
We know.
I know. I know you took that out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just don't remember where this ground wire is.
Is it just one of those ground wires that you just like...
Put it on the bolt.
Yeah, okay, then just put it somewhere.
It's just hard to see where to put it.
Alright, Patrick's going for it.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Go.
Yo,
Needs more power.
I was about to say the same thing. This light was blinking.
Oh, hello.
And then
That was cool. I like videos of lights because it looked cool.
Couldn't get a good grip on this.
I thought you
It
put
said
it on the
green
wrong
full
ones.
charge. No way it's full charge.
I think that you put it on the wrong ones, Patrick. Opposite.
It would fuck shit up.
Crazy.
I got ground. Just don't know why battery's fucked up like this.
Patrick, don't say those words.
It's fine.
No, sir.
YouTube automatically demonetized everybody like me. Small channels.
Demonetized. We should put in like noises for that, like funny ones, like tickadoo tickadoo or something like that. Tickadoo tickadoo tickadoo.
When?
Whenever
Nice.
people say cuss words,
Oh,
like something real funny. Tickadoo. You know?
I say we just leave that shit in there.
Of course you do. Patrick, why do you always fuck shit up? There's another test and a test. Patrick, this is broke as fuck.
Dude, you weak. You weak, boy. Alright, so this thing didn't have enough power. It's using Gracie's super freaking powerful FRS to start up the old Ecoboost here. So Patrick thinks he's got a little bit of a fuel issue with something to do with this thing. So, yep. Anyways, I'll probably put all this footage in another video of us working on this car. So it might be a little bit weird. This might not even go in the video. So if I'm talking about his motor, this is kind of weird for me to think about, but if I'm talking about his motor and y'all never saw his motor and you just saw me painting my car, then just stay tuned for this video in like a few days. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Subscribe for more. Gracie says bye. Patrick says bye. And we're out of here.